Rabbi Alshol mentioned the fact that all of us were really a part of Rabbi Anemer's family. When Stephen Franco wrote to me about coming and possibly speaking tonight, he wrote certain words which I'll really never forget. He said, "I'd like to speak," and then quote, "because Rabbi Anemer raised me." Stephen Franco.
When I first found out that Rabbi Anemer became Nifta, there was one pasuk in the Torah that my mind immediately went to. And it's a pasuk that I shake every time I hear it once a year on Simchas Torah when we finish the Torah. You know, we're at the end, and everybody has this unbelievable feeling. And the pasuk that I remember thinking immediately was Lo kum navi od Yisrael k'moshe asher b'du Hashem panim elken. And I remember thinking that at that moment that this loss is so devastating, the greatness is gone, and there will be no one, Lo kum od, to just be no one that could be that level of Rabbi Anemer was to us, to Silver Spring, to the community, Washington community, and the world. And then I thought, who will take his place, so to speak? Who will lead us? You know, who will be the Rosh Yeshiva? Who will be the head of the Vad? Who will be the Mardas? Who will be the rabbi of the shul? Who's going to be Yehoshua? You immediately think, okay, Ibn Israel, they had the laws and it was laid out for them. Yehoshua was going to be it. We don't have a Yehoshua. Rabbi Anemer, Zichronim Bracha. This thing to me personally was just, it's a Yad Hashem right here. I had the opportunity to hear his last Dvar Torah, which was not in the schedule. Go to the Hashkama Minyan, we learn with Rabbi Hayat, and by the time we get down at the 8 o'clock meeting, the Rabbi Rosenbaum or Rabbi Anemer have already made their Dvar Torah. That week, there was a big bar mitzvah. When we came down at 10 o'clock, they had we had time to get the Dvar Torah. So we sat down. I listened to his Dvar Torah, and he spoke about Aaron's sons and the Avera that they did and why. And he said, look, in short form, they wanted to get closer to Hashem. They wanted to change things. Rabbi Anemer said to us, don't change. And the way he said it, you know, when Rebbeim get up and speak, and they speak about our shortcomings, it's generally our shortcomings. We can't change. Rabbi Anemer that morning spoke in a way that I've never heard him speak before. He pointed his finger and he said, don't change. And the way he said it, I looked at Rabbi Rosenbaum and I turned to my brother Sammy, and I was going to say something, ask Sammy, but somebody distracted my attention. I thought he was going into retirement. The way he said it, I thought he was going into retirement. I was going to ask Sammy, is Rabbi Rosenbaum taking over? And subsequently in my thoughts, you know, in the days that followed, that was a, you know, maybe an eerie feeling. But then I think I got it. I think that I'm convinced about Ruach HaKodesh. And I think that was it. And I think that he didn't even realize the way that he was saying it. That it was the Ruach HaKodesh that was leaving us with the message that we are the Yehoshua. We have to carry on the Masorah that he guarded so perfectly. There was just no wavering. That's the way Rabbi Anemer was. Our relationship with Rabbi Anemer and the Francos, and many of you know us, I've known Rabbi Anemer. You know, when this happened, it's like you want to take your life and go as far back as you can. You know, I see familiar faces, Rabbi Mendowitz. I remember when I was, as far back as I could go, was when I was 9 years old, in the Shtigla on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur something. And I don't know if many of you know the University of Boulevard Shul. If you're on the left side of the Aron, Rabbi Anemer sits on the right side as you're facing. I was a little kid on the left side, and I could see Rabbi Anemer from behind the Aron when he was davening Shemona Esrei. This is Yomim, and I was watching him daven, and I was imitating his kavanah. 9 years old. Later on, he went up to my father and he said, I like the way Steve davens. Rabbi Anemer did for us is he just saw, we were 5 boys. You know, there's a saying that you can look to the future. Rabbi Anemer, in a sense, could see the future, and he could change the future, and he changed the future with us. You know, we had just lost our mother, and I don't remember it, but there's a reason why we did not miss a minyan. 5 boys saying Kaddish in the shul. We had to get a cab to go to Young Israel Friday afternoon, or in the afternoons, Minchas Meyer, later on in summer, whatever it was. But he took us and he put us, he saw that if he didn't intervene in our family in raising us, then we would have been somewhere else today. I tell you, I would not be standing here. Or at least it wouldn't have happened as quickly as it did. You know, the community grew, and because of him, you know, eventually, you know, maybe I would have been here where I am, but